It started as a young man's dream. In 1946, Chuck West was an Alaska bush pilot. He'd survived World War II, where he flew the hump in the famous Flying Tiger Squadron. He'd chosen a wife, herself an Alaska bush pilot from a family of gold miners, Miss Alaska of 1937. And in that pivotal year, as he looked toward the peaceful future he'd fought to preserve, he realized that Alaska should be shared. So there in the frontier that was Fairbanks in 1946, Chuck and Marguerite West founded the first post-war tour company and invited the world to Alaska. They took adventuresome travelers between Fairbanks and Kotzebue, across the Arctic Circle. There was mud. There were wooden sidewalks that challenged city shoes. There were rudimentary lodgings that assaulted city senses. But there was awesome beauty, transforming wilderness, and the dream that became Cruise West. Today, Chuck West is acclaimed as the father of Alaska tourism. Widely acclaimed as Mr. Alaska, the first cruise ships to take travelers to Alaska were his. The first land tours that took travelers from the lower 48 into Alaska's grand interior began with him. And when, almost 3 decades later, he founded the company that we now know as Cruise West, he brought all of Alaska with him.
The magic of travel is in my family's blood. From the days when my dad flew people on the first Arctic tours in Alaska and started the first city tours in Fairbanks, we've come a long way. But one thing hasn't changed. For almost 60 years, our family has had a vision. We believe that the world is worth experiencing, and we believe that travel should be more, much more. At Cruise West, we believe that the real value of travel is the connection you make with people, with places, and with yourself. That's why our small ships are now headed around the Pacific Rim, introducing our guests to places and people that are as remote and exotic today as the dog sleds and native villages of Alaska were for my dad's first guests. After all these years, Cruise West is still American-owned and family-operated. We think that makes a difference. Come aboard and let us show you the world, Cruise West style.